Hello, welcome to Ekidel, where we train future civil and structural engineer. My name is Justice Umaka and I am your instructor. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to add soil load on your basement wall. Now, this software I'm using is 2026 ProtaStructure, and you can see that I modded my basement wall on the story 0 level, which is the foundation level, which was not as it was before on other older versions. So basically, this is a 4-story building plus the basement, a 5-story. Quite, it has some kind of features. For example, it has very long span areas. As you can see that we have different kind of slab. There we have solid slab, rib slab, and we also have a composite member within this area. That's because of the length of this particular area, and this length is almost 15.6 meters, as you can see that. And this particular rooftop is to be used for as for a restaurant, and below it you can see that they don't want column to appear, because below it is a void through from the ground floor down to this very area. So we cannot use concrete structure or concrete beam for this kind of span, which is spanning 15 point something meters. So then that was how we now have to propose for a composite member, which we have also modeled. Then for the car park, this car park proposal is to be used for this basement is to be used for a car park. As you can see how we have arranged the columns, just circular columns at the middle, spanning between 8 meters and 8 meters to 8 meters. Okay, that is fine. So, and each of these basements has parking lots underneath. Okay, that is fine. And then at the top of this basement there is a slab which is to be used for to drop off customers of this hotel building. For example, cars can park through on this basement slab and then drop off customers through the entrance. Okay, that is fine. So in that note, we have also added the car load on top of this slab, which ranges from 5.0 kilopascal to 7.5 kilopascal, knowing that it is non-heavy duty vehicle, just normal cars. For example, Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, yeah, and all that. So now in that course now, we then want to now add a soil load on the basement floor before we can now begin to now analyze this particular structure. So on adding and also you can see that this building also has a different level, knowing that the basement is below and it is not all over the area. So in that case, the basement has a different level, which we are going to use a slab raft footing, although not everywhere slab raft, but just within the walls. And then we will also use a pad footing or a white steel foundation on these other ones, knowing that they are of different level. Okay, that's fine. So then we will also we have also done all that modeling as it is on the CAD file. So in that course, we will then go back to what we are of today. So in that note, to now add your soil load on the basement wall, what you do is, first of all, you come here on the soil load. Now this basement wall was modeled on story 0. So I have to go to story 0 to locate, to like make sure I am on that particular story where the basement wall was what modeled. Now on that note, once you have done that, the next thing we'll do, once story 0 is being activated, then we then proceed to clicking on any of the wall, and then we'll click on any of the wall now. Now once I've clicked on that wall, the next thing I'll do is to right click. I will then right click now, and then right click, and you will see edit load. Now this same step is almost for all the versions of this software. I will then click on this place now, and then I'll move back and wait for it to display the dialog box. Now on displaying the dialog box now, the next thing you see, you can see that this is now the wall, like the wall load editor. You can see that we have several loads, for example, soil load, point load, uniform, partial uniform, wall load, and for example. So now we want to deal with just the soil load. So I'll come and click on this soil load now here, and then I'll have to do what? Click on the surface of the wall in in this case, we are loading this soil load on this wall face. So I'll click on this wall face now and then wait for it to like display the particular next interface. Now, knowing that, you can see that on this interface now, the first thing that you can see here is to see this that says load side. Now, this is a backfill that we want to backfill on the basement wall so that they can be the same with almost the road level. All right, so since we are going to use a backfill, that is that's going to be an active site, not a passive. Then, since you can see here they say load term, it is a long term because it's not like a short term. So I'll click on this load term. Then, based on this now, you can see that we have the surcharge and the water, and then also we also have the resultant. So in this case now, based on the soil report, there was no water table encountered because it is almost like a rock. The soil particle is almost like a rock. So in that case, if you put here 0, what you mean is that there is a full water table up to the top of the basement slab wall. So since there is no water encountered on the soil, I'll come here and put the full height of the basement so that I can now take off the water. Okay, so right now we don't have water again. Then we come to settings, nothing there. Then come to soil profile. Now on this soil profile now, knowing that it is a backfill that we want to do, we don't want to use rock for the backfill. We want to use sand. So I'll then click on rock now and then delete the soil layer for rock and leave only sand. Now they are asking, is this sand going to be backfill just a halfway of the basement or a full? Now in this case, we want to backfill full because this basement is a fully submerged basement into the ground. So we will come here now and put the height of the wall again to 150. Okay, that is fine. Click anywhere outside. Then we then come now to the surcharge here. Now on this surcharge now, we have different kind of surcharge load when it comes to basement or when it comes to basement wall design. For example, you can see that we have point load. If I click here, we have point load, line load, strip load, and surface load. Now in this case now, based on this project, and based on that this is just for like a car park, and then what we are going to do right now is to use this that says surface load. So I'll come here now and then remove this surcharge for point load, so I am left with only the surface load, which you can see here, surface load. Okay, that is fine. Then coming here now, this says magnitude. What is the force? What is the load on this? So in this case now, since this basement, the top of the basement is for just a normal cars that will be using it for day-to-day activity, coming in, dropping on people for the hotel, and based on the Eurocode standard, load for like cars, when I mean cars, I mean saloon cars and SUVs, not all those heavy duties like bulldozers. So load for cars ranges from 10 kilopascal to 20 kilopascal. So in that case now, I will then come now and say, I'll put here, now since I have a range of 10 to 20, I want to use 20 just to cater for unforeseen circumstances. Else I would have used 10. 10 is still okay, 15 is okay, 20 is okay, but I want to use 20, which is the maximum within the range of values. Then once I've done this now, I'll then come here now. You can choose to create a report for now, but what you can choose to leave it to after I can do the report. I'll then come now and then click on what OK. So in that course, I can see that our soil load now has now been added to this particular wall. I'll then come again and do what, click on OK here. Now on clicking on OK now, I'll wait for that to finish up. Once it is done, we will then go and then copy that wall load and then paste on all other basement wall instead of doing them one after the other. Okay, that is fine. So wait for that to just paste right now, and then we'll then proceed to the next step. Okay, so on this note now, we have applied the soil load on this wall. If I carry my mouse now and then come to this wall, you can see that we have soil load being listed among the wall. But if you check on other walls, there is no soil load. Can you see that? no soil load among that place, but on this one now we have soil load added. So in this case now, I will come now, click on the wall that we have already added the soil load, right click here, and I'll come and do what, say copy load, and then I'll be asked to copy what. I'll say yes, copy just that. You can see that among all the loads here, point load 0, area load 0, line load 0, terminal load 0, wall load 0, but soil load 1, because there is a soil load added to it. I'll come and do what, say yes, copy that. Then once I've copied that, now to now paste this on all the walls, on all the basement walls, what I will do is I'll come to my structure tree, which is around here. I'll come here. Now note this one, this one that we just added now is soil 18, so I will have to skip it when I'm doing all my auto word selection. I will then come now, click on this one here, on this 10. Now scroll down and then go to the last one, hold my shift key to make a multi selection. I'll then click here right now and then wait for that to select all the walls together, and then we will now go and skip wall 18 once it is done selecting everything, because if you paste again on the wall 18, you are doing double loading, which is what an SS load on that wall, and most times it might fail, and that's what they call over design. Okay, that is fine. So you have to use the right load that is meant for the wall. Okay, that is fine. So once it's done now, we'll then scroll up here and locate for wall 18. Hold my control key to make that the selection. Hold control key and then click on wall 18, and then you will see that only wall 18 will be singled out. Okay, hold on for that to select again. It will now do a select of all the walls again, and then skipping just the wall 18 that we have already said don't add that. Okay, so you can see that only wall 18 now is now singled out. So we can now come now, right click now, and then do what, and come here and then go to paste load. Now once we do that right now, hold on for a while for that to paste load automatically for all other places, and then you will see that all the walls now will be carrying wall soil load once it is done. Okay, that is fine. So basically right now it is done. You can see that if I take my mouse to any of the wall, just keeping my mouse there, I can see that they all have soil load added. As you can see, after data Z, you see soil load and data G. Okay, that is fine. So all the walls now have what? Soil load. Okay, all the basement wall has soil load added to it. Okay, that is fine. So I can now come and do what? Click on what? Escape, to escape the this selection. Okay, that is fine. So with this, so I was doing the design for this building, then I just thought, okay, it is nice to show you guys how to add soil load, maybe for the new subscribers that have been here on Ekidel, and just for this month or something. Yeah, you can also get and learn that. Okay, that is fine. Although we have done the videos about this several times. Okay, that's fine. Then also we are currently on a discount price for our Ekidel mentorship training. So if maybe you want to enroll for Ekidel mentorship training, you can just use the link down below and then get the discount, which runs only for the month of July, and it will soon end. That is fine. So you can enroll for that, and then if you're also an old subscriber, consider joining the Ekidel membership here on YouTube. And then if you're new on Ekidel and you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Now on the next video, I'll be performing or doing a using the same building to perform a video to show you how to exempt your basement wall and column from wind load, because knowing that basement walls and column are not meant to most times you can choose to exempt it from your wind effect. Okay, that is fine. So I'll be showing you how to model that and then exempt your basement members, for example walls and columns and beams, from wind effects, and also for seismic effect for those that are in a seismic or earthquake region. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much, and God bless you. And also note that on our Ekidel mentorship training, we have also it is basically 20 projects, but we have added more one, which is now which we have now added a pie draft foundation among our list of what training syllabus. So that is to help people to also know how to design pie draft foundation. Okay, so with that, we have covered every type of foundation on our Ekidel mentorship training. So what are you waiting for? That's fine. See you there on this month edition of Ekidel mentorship training. Bye for now. Bye then. Yeah.